Cool. I'm pretty sure I'm live now. I think that means I'm live. Oh, and it's exactly 4. Welcome, everyone. It's exactly 4 p.m. right now in this time zone. I'm a lot better rested than I have been in the past couple days. My sleep schedule has been sort of all over the place. Sort of. So very not really. Sort of. That is to say, I've been sleeping like twice a day, but like in chunks of like maybe 4 to 5 hours at a time. So I'm getting like enough sleep, but it's just not really a full night of sleep ever, which has not really been a problem because I've been like working through the night, which has been incredibly productive. So no complaints really. I feel great. Um, in any case, I wanted to update everyone on a couple of things, a few things, a handful of things, I suppose you could say. First, I would like to address probably the shortest thing that I'm going to talk about, which is the trip to Colombia. So I still don't really know when I'm going to go to Colombia. Uh, last time I live streamed, I think I said that that my dad was supposed to get back to me the day before that, and he didn't. And so I texted him a few days later and was like, "Hello, father. Um, please answer me." And he was like, "Oh, true. I'll get back to you by the end of the week." And I was like, "All right, sounds fine. Sounds good to me." And then my mom, being the eager one that she is, decided that. Well, actually, she said it was because she woke up early this morning and she couldn't go back to sleep because she would like sleep through her alarm clock or whatever. But anyway, so she was looking at flights, and she was like, "You should look for flights." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for my dad to just get back to me. It's not really that big a deal. I'll be there eventually, as long as I'm there before like March, it should be fine." So there's plenty of time. Um, cool. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the next video. So I put out the last video that I made was an update about the Spanish video that I made. So on that channel, I'll be making an English video, then a Spanish video, then an English video, then a Spanish video, etc. Right. So I'm working on the next English video, and I'm almost done with the script of that. So that's exciting too. Additionally, there are several videos that I need to like put on this channel and on the other channel. Actually, the other one is pretty much exclusively for the series. This one is going to be for just miscellaneous things. So one of those miscellaneous things is going to be the Ancestry DNA video that I'm going to make in a little while. I got the footage already because I got my results. But I'm not going to make the video, but I'm not going to, I need to edit the footage and stuff. And the last thing that I need to talk about, that I want to talk about, is the prototype for the app that I'm making. So I'm almost done. That's not true at all. I'm a good chunk of the way into prototyping the app, and I'm working on getting the business set up and everything on the business end of things. I'm working on getting funding, everything on the funding end of things. I'm working on the actual prototype, which is obviously really important, and it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm working on finding like an employee, which is weird to think about, but I'm looking to get a contractor who could code something like this for me. But obviously, I need to have the prototype and everything ready before. I need to have a prototype ready before I can get an idea of how much it's going to cost. Though I've already looked into. I mean, some of the contractors are looking at. I'm probably looking at like in the $30 to $50 an hour range. And if I'm hiring someone, I don't know. I'm probably thinking of getting a contractor for a few months for like 10 hours, maybe 10 to 30 hours a week. Definitely no more than 30 hours a week. Definitely not. So I'm definitely going to be putting in like several $1,000s into this, but hopefully I can pitch this to my father, who has a business in Colombia, and be like, "Hello, father, this is a fantastic idea. I promise." And we'll see what he does. It's kind of a lot of money, especially in Colombia, but we'll see. So The last thing that I want to talk about is I'm glad you guys can't see what's on my screen. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um, I'm gonna go back to anyway. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is the Ancestry DNA video. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a preview, mostly because no one follows me on this channel, and I just really want to talk about this because the results are really interesting. Is all I want to say. I mean, that's not all I want to say, but that's the message, I guess. And they really leave more questions than they answer. So I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm Colombian. I'm not sure if that was clear from the aggressive Colombianness everywhere. Oops. But, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to try that thing that I've never done before, which is to share my screen. So I'm going to try sharing the screen now. Whoa. That's Yikes. Okay. I'm gonna try that again. Yikes. Don't know why I did that. Don't know why I did that. Sorry, everyone. Yikes. So let's try doing this. Okay, well that didn't work. Can you hear me? Can you hear? Okay, well that didn't work, clearly. So, as of this later, I guess I can talk about it a little bit. So the surprising part was that I'm 40% Native American, and that was like the biggest chunk of anything. I'm 30% Iberian Peninsula and 30% other, um, which is really interesting. And it shows that my family's been in Colombia for a really long time, if nothing else. When you look at the map, which I will show later, it is clear that my family has been in Colombia for a very long time. At least like 300, 400 years. Um, yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, I'll talk about that more at a later date, I guess. Maybe later tonight, maybe later like tomorrow morning. So going back to the sleep thing that I was talking about, I've been like sleeping like twice a day, and so I wake up usually around like 11 to 1, so usually around noon. Um, having gone to sleep around like 4 to 6, usually around 5. Um, so I get like a solid 5 hours ish, sometimes more, sometimes less. And then I sleep again in the evening around dusk. So it's around dawn, and the other one's around dusk. Um, usually around like 5. Also, is when I'm falling asleep. Maybe sometimes a little bit later, like maybe 6 to 8 or something. And then usually I wake up before midnight. So that one's usually a little bit shorter, I guess. Um, but yeah, so maybe after that sleep, maybe after the night sleep, the dusk sleep. I should figure out what I'm going to call that. If I'm going to keep sleeping like this, I don't know if I'm going to keep sleeping like this. Someone out there do research for me, please. I realize I don't actually have an audience yet. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Peace, everyone. Don't forget, stay humble, stay curious. I'll talk